Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Doctor Who. Today we're going to be watching episode number 2 of series 9 and the second part of a two-parter. Hello. I have just watched 3 special videos regarding Doctor Who, the prologue and another minisode for Doctor Who Series 9, and also a music video of Luz Capaldi featuring our Dr. Peter Capaldi. I've just watched those 3 videos as a special for every superfan on YouTube and every Patreon to watch. It should be online right now if you want to watch this before we get into the episode. For everyone else, hello and welcome! We're going to watch the second part right now. But before we get into it, I do have some notes, and I do want to talk about things that I didn't talk about in the review of the last video. By the way, I have just edited the first part this morning. Let me tell you, it was really good that I did it because there were so many things that I did want to talk about before getting into the next one. It's really, really good. And everything is so fresh on my mind right now. So, the first thing I do want to talk about is Davros. And something that I was wondering about, and this could be completely stupid right now, or very clever. I have not decided yet. Maybe you can help me out. At the end of the last episode, the Doctor went back to Davros, where it was just still a little kid and in danger. And the last thing we saw was the Doctor pointing at Davros and saying to him that he is about to eliminate him. And now a thought has crossed my mind, because the story with Doctor at the end of the last episode, that's a story that happened way back, like way back at the beginning of their story, which was even before, or not before, but at the start, or must have been at the start, timeline-wise, of the classic episodes. And I was wondering, does that mean that everything we've seen with the Daleks and all, every story about them in the classic episodes and also every story in the New Who episode, happened the way it happened because of what the Doctor did back then in the episode that we're about to watch? Or is the Doctor going to do something in the episode that we're about to watch that will change all of those things that we have seen in the classic episodes and the New Who episodes about the Daleks to something else? And everything that we've seen isn't really true anymore and didn't really happen because we're about to change it in the next episode. That's so strange to say and also to think about. And I don't know if I'm like way off with my thinking or if I'm on the right track here. But either way, it's so strange to imagine that whatever happens in the next episode probably started everything that we have already seen and that we've already been through with the Doctor. Because if he kills Davros in this episode, that would mean a very different outcome for the Daleks in general. I don't want to go through every single episode that we've seen with the Daleks, like classics and New Who stuff. I mean, we've all seen them, right? They would be so different if Davros hadn't existed in the first place. Or he did exist, but the Doctor then killed him. Or did everything that we see in the classics and New Who just happen because of what the Doctor did in the episode that we're about to watch? It's so strange. It's so strange to think about that. And there is only one show that can do this. No, there is not. There are 2 shows like that. And the other is Dark. But Doctor Who is actually one of them. And it's so good. Also, something else that I stumbled over, like especially reading the Patreon comments to the episode, because it didn't really occur to me, or I didn't really pick up on it when I saw it. But they were talking about the end of the Doctor. And I remember saying, yeah, again, didn't we like talk about that before? And I thought they meant like the Peter Capaldi end. I thought they weren't talking about the end of the Doctor in general. I thought, because it didn't make any sense to me when I watched the episode, I thought, okay, they must mean the end of the Peter Capaldi Doctor. But then people in the Patreon comments were telling me that it doesn't really make sense what they said about the end of the Doctor, because he just got a new set of regenerations. He just got them. So that makes me rethink my previous take on that issue. And I do really think they mean the end of the Doctor in general, which is strange because it doesn't make any sense. But the Patreon comments were hinting at that, and now I'm kind of confused and don't know what to think about it. All I know is I don't want to lose Peter Capaldi. Can we please not? Thank you. And then I do have a final point before we get into the episode. By the way, just on a lighter note, Missy is the best. I love her so, so much. This is not what I wanted to talk about at all. It's just something that came to my mind like right now. But I love her so much. She elevated to my top 3 characters of Doctor Who in no time. I'm not talking about doctors. Take those out. Top 3 other than Doctor characters. Like, she's on place number 1, I suppose, because I can't think of any other actor or actress that was just half as good as she is, because she is so, so funny, witty, and just sassy in general. She is such a great actress, and I have seen her in another TV show. I mean, I haven't watched it all, but a patron of mine told me that she was in what was the name? Something with green. Oh my gosh, my head. It was like a TV show about a hospital, and she is an actress in that as well, and she's so funny in it. But I have watched the first episode. I didn't watch anymore because I can't, because I live in Germany and there are not more episodes that I found yet. Okay, but now let's get back to the point. There was a sentence, and I will read it out to you, that was said in the episode of last week. And I haven't talked about it, or I didn't talk about what I wanted to talk about, this. But while reading a Patreon comment and also while editing the episode, I thought about this sentence again, and something came to my mind, and I do want to talk about that. So the sentence goes as follows. If someone who knew the future pointed out a child to you and told you that that child would grow up evil, to be ruthless dictator who would destroy millions of lives, could you then kill that child? And this is right where we are, right where we left off at the end of the last episode. And we have seen the Doctor talking about killing the child, eliminating it. But I remembered another episode where we have talked about this issue already, and the Doctor told us his opinion. Granted, it wasn't the Peter Capaldi Doctor, but it was the Doctor, and they're the same person. So back then, it was with Amy and Rory, and we visited Hitler. We went back to Hitler, and we didn't kill him. We just put him in a wardrobe, and we didn't let him out again. But we didn't kill him. And I especially remember the Doctor saying that if he could, which he can, he would never go back to the past and kill Hitler. Never. He said he wouldn't do this. So, if he now kills Davros, what does that mean? Does it mean that the Doctor is a hypocrite? Does it mean that the Doctor makes a difference between a person that killed millions of people or thousands of people, but none of which were his friends, that he makes a difference? Because Davros did kill thousands and millions of people, and he killed Missy, and he killed Clara, and he destroyed the TARDIS, or he's responsible for that. And he also did stuff to the Doctor in the past that we've seen. So does it mean that if the Doctor is involved in all of this doing and it impacts him personally, that he changes his mind about this evil child? Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't kill Davros. And it makes me think that I'm pretty sure that he doesn't kill Davros. Because it was like contradict everything that the Doctor said before. But then again, the Doctor is a liar. And the Doctor kind of is a hypocrite. We've seen it more than once. So I'm not really sure about that, to be honest. And then again, if we wouldn't kill Davros, how should we get Clara, the TARDIS, and Missy back? Something has to happen. Something different than last time. I know I have talked about another solution where we save the child and we take care for it or give it to people who take care for it, to not let him get this Davros that we know today, like the Dalek Davros, that we prevent him from becoming that person in the first place. That would be another solution. So I'm curious where we're going with this, because it does have so much more meaning than what is obvious if you think about it lightly. Like if you're just watching the episode and you're just like, oh, this is happening on screen. But if you look at what's happening behind the scenes, or in my brain, it has so much more depth. And maybe I'm getting like crazy watching Doctor Who week after week. Maybe I'm sucked into this universe and my head is just constructing all of those possibilities and make this universe even bigger than it actually is. I don't know if I'm going slightly crazy or if I'm really clever here. Again, I have no idea. Please tell me in the comments down below. After talking about everything that I did want to talk about, I'd say let's get straight into the episode and let's hope that Missy will come back. Oh, by the way, I know this may sound unfair and I know people may not like it, but I just have to say it. It's strange. It's really strange, but rewatching the episode, I was more angry about Missy's death than about Clara's. And yeah, it's strange. I do like Clara as a character, I really do. But I love Missy. It's just like, if I could have one of those characters back, please give me Missy back. Please give me Missy back. I want her. I want her to travel with the Doctor and like banter with him back and forth in every single episode. That's what I want to watch. Okay, I'd say let's get into the episode.
Davros.
You said you'd help me!
Shame. This episode was so good. Okay, now show us Davros and the Doctor. Show us what he does to the boy. What is going on?
The Doctor alone? You're all right there, dear. Where are
Wait,
we?
what?
How did
Missy!
talking? Okay, I'm going to tell you a story of the Doctor.
What are we doing?
Fortunately, his teleporter is out of power. Also unfortunate, he's being stalked by, say, about 50 android assassins.
So many unfortunate coincidences.
How did he survive? Oh, come on, Clara.
I don't know. He always survives. Oh.
That's how we
we escape the Daleks?
I modified the same
Oh.
principles for our vortex manipulators, yeah.
That's the piece of the puzzle that I was still missing.
He improvised it. He must have got through several thousand calculations in the time it takes to fire up a disintegrator. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
What a swat!
She's impressed.
He fell into a nest of vampire monkeys.
Where are they
That's
coming
another
from?
story.
Vampire monkeys.
We, on the other hand, have a pointy
Have a stick.
How do we start?
At least it's pointy.
We assume we're gonna win.
Oh, pity, really. I was actually quite peckish.
I love her.
Tim, make your own steak.
Please don't take her away from me like ever, ever, ever. Oh my gosh, she is so much entertainment. What a good written character. I mean, it's not only the actress, right? It's the writing as well. But the way that she delivers those lines is just phenomenal. It's so good. And I did like the master, the actor who played the master as well, and I was sad when I first saw that he changed into Missy. But to be honest, she's so much better. I'm so happy we have her now.
Doctor.
What are you doing, Doctor? Wow. Look at them.
You've all had this exact nightmare.
Well, I didn't, but thanks. Oh my god.
So,
Even enjoying
anyone
it.
for dodgems?
Spinning around.
Oh, yeah, good idea. 20 feet.
Really? Oh my god. She's the best. I'm sorry, Clara.
His personal force field only works in one direction.
The Doctor does not use weapons.
Doesn't he?
He didn't before, but I don't think he will. He's just threatening.
Hello.
Hello!
You won't survive turning your back. Oh, how exciting.
Proven wrong.
Teamwork is all about respect. We're not a team.
Of course we are. Every miner needs a canary.
A voice. Of course we are.
Over time, the body breaks down, rots, liquefies.
Ew.
It's the same as their word. The graveyard.
Oh, really?
You do that now!
Can they hear him?
Unharmed! Unhurt! Alive!
Oh.
It is gratifying to see you learn.
Davros!
How are you still
Sorry, this
existing?
seat's taken.
Personal security, I think. Colonists are. Agents
Oh.
are everywhere.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm giving it a good look at you.
Oh, well, great. Thanks, Missy. What did you do that for?
How did you do that for? We need to trap and kill a Dalek. You're the bait, I'm the hook.
Oh,
That's pretty though, isn't it? Got it on the olden days of Gallifrey, and the doctor gave it to me when my daughter.
your daughter?
Fine and
Ew.
scratchy and out of their tiny minds. They can still smell.
Nobody hates like a Dalek.
Here they come.
The way she delivers those lines. Oh, hi, Davros.
Can't
Again, it's you.
You said you'd help me. Help me!
I was dreaming about him.
The only other chair on Skaro.
Oh, the only other chair. On the whole planet? Wait, what? Oh, well, I suppose Daleks don't need chairs. Ew, 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 those sounds. Ew. Ugh.
Get in.
Oh, what?
My Daleks are afflicted with a genetic defect.
What defect?
Respect.
What?
Design flaws I was unable to eliminate.
Oh.
To hold in your hand the heartbeat of every Dalek on Skaro. A little work, and it could be done.
Why would you be telling me this?
Yeah.
So many backs with a single knife.
I mean, it's tempting. It's kind of the same offering. Like, not quite the same, but similar to what Missy offered him with the Cybermen.
If I try very hard, I'm not some old Time Lord who ran away.
Compassion, then.
Always.
It grows strong and fierce in you, like a cancer.
Well, there are worse things that can grow.
I wouldn't die of anything else.
You may rely on it.
Wow.
Let's try it.
Move forwards.
I don't know how to.
By just thinking?
No, Missy. Missy, no, please don't.
Do you know what's really ironic about this? Souffle Girl. That's how we got to know her in the first place. Inside a Dalek.
Clara Oswald.
Dalek!
One more time.
I am Clara Oswald. I'm Clara Oswald.
Wow.
Those exact words. Don't ask me why. Just say it.
I love you.
Exterminate!
Wow.
You are different from me.
Exterminate!
Every single emotion is just
Say-
exterminate. Every other emotion is just eliminated.
There is a
How many
question,
times did it
one
being
I
inside a
longs to
Dalek?
ask.
Yeah, well, if you're going to put your...
How many times didn't it want to destroy anything? But it did. Because he had another emotion.
What is the doctor's confession?
Don't you dare.
Some things matter to me, Davros, not many, but a few. And you don't put your fingers anywhere near them.
Oh. I thought... I thought he would take this will thing.
Why has the intruder not been exterminated? Explain!
Because...
I fought him once on the slopes of the Nevervolt. Tell him the bitch is back.
The bitch is back.
You have slaughtered billions of my children, as I have slaughtered billions of your race. We have exhausted.
They didn't die. I brought them back. I found a way.
Is this true?
Yeah, it is. You better believe it.
But Gallifrey is back, and it is safe. From both of us.
I don't know if we should have told them, though.
My most sincere congratulations.
I'm sorry?
This is wonderful news.
Why?
Believe me, please. I am happy for you.
It doesn't make any sense.
Let me see it again. With my own eyes.
It's a trick. It's a trick. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. No, 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 no.
Closer, please.
No!
Protect your own, as I have sought to protect mine.
Why would you say that?
Did I do right, Doctor? Tell me,
Well,
was I right?
no.
Am I a good man?
You really are dying, aren't you?
The same question the doctor asked.
You are not a good doctor.
Why would you say that? The situation is so crazy. I don't trust anything. Oh. He's dying for good, isn't he?
Look at y'all with the nice shiny domes. Oh, I am loving this.
I need this intermission.
Exterminated!
Please, please do, because I have been on my feet all day. But before you get all exterminating,
It is so good of you to help me.
I'm not helping you. I'm helping a little boy I abandoned on a battlefield.
I wish we had been on the same side.
Would have been great, but you chose the other side. It was your choice.
Look, the sun's coming up. We're on the same side now.
Oh, he's so kind.
A little bit of regeneration energy. Probably cost me an arm or a leg somewhere down the line.
Oh, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. Oh no, doctor. Oh no. What did we say about compassion?
Enough. Just to...
As always, your compassion is your downfall.
He told him.
They shall rise stronger than ever.
This is not good. This is not good. I don't like this.
was I boring you?
Not even she can make me happy now.
No, Doctor, what have you done? What's happening?
It's happening.
She knows.
Your part in the coming of the hybrid. Half Dalek, half Time Lord.
You must be joking. You gotta be kidding me. This is not what's gonna happen. Missy, come on, please. Please save him. Can't believe I'm saying this, but you're a last hope. Did it work? Did it? They're standing still. This is good, right? They're rebooting.
We are renewed. We are more.
No. It was too late. But what does that mean for the doctor?
Hello to you two.
You're alive, so she is too. Where is she?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Two.
Oh, I know that face.
She knows what she's about to do.
What is that?
I don't know though. Yeah, what is it, doctor?
What's happening?
Please explain. Yeah, explain.
One word. No, two words actually. First word. Moron.
Not pudding brain.
They are coming up the pipes. Or to put it another way. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
It's been an absolute pleasure to finally meet you.
You don't touch the eye. What is ew, no. Gross. What happens to Clara though? She's inside a Dalek.
He's about to
Oh,
consume
that's
you. There's
her.
no way you can win. There is nothing you can do. So just tell me, where is Clara Oswald?
She can't say her name.
Dalek, where is Clara? I am a Dalek. Yes, I know
She
that you're a
can't
Dalek.
communicate.
Where is...
That's not good.
It's you, is it? No, I mean, no offense, you all look alike, but it is you.
Don't you dare.
She ran. She screamed. I'm so glad you didn't have to see that.
You gotta be kidding me, Missy. What the fuck?
How did Davros teach you to say that? Mercy! Why aren't you trying to kill me?
Think, Doctor, think. Please let it work. It's working. Oh my god, thank you.
Run.
Doctor.
He found
This is
you.
why I gave her to you in the first place.
She doesn't run.
What is happening? Explain!
Dalek Supreme, your sewers are revolting.
At least he's kind enough to explain.
I'm over screwdrivers. They spoil the line of your jacket. These days, I'm all about wearable technology.
Oh, that's what they're here for.
Seriously?
And they look so much better than the screwdriver.
Just the Doctor and Clara Oswald in the TARDIS.
Oh, that was so cool. Oh no. You gotta survive somehow, Missy. You gotta get away. Doctor, please, please, please. Materialize the TARDIS. Save Missy. Please.
I've just had a very clever idea.
You did? What would that be?
No chance you're going to tell me what's in that confession dial, I suppose.
We don't need it.
When you were in the Dalek, you made it say mercy. You shouldn't have understood the concept.
Davros. The child. What did he do back then?
Exterminate!
Oh. Okay. I knew it. I knew you wouldn't shoot the little boy.
I'll take you home.
Which side are you on? Are you the enemy?
Well, kinda. But also a friend.
I'm not sure that any of that matters. Friends, enemies. So long as there's mercy.
That was a great second part after this first one. I don't know if it was as good as I expected it to be honest. Because my expectations were pretty high after this first episode. So I think it might be the case that my expectations were a little bit too high and that this was indeed a really great story. But because of my expectations going into this story, it seems less good than it actually is. But that, I think that's just a me thing, because this episode was really, really good. And I really liked how we talked about Davros and the Doctor at the same time, talking about whether they are good men or not. I mean, it was all a play from Davros' side, which we found out in the end. But thinking about my question that I had going into this episode and now seeing this picture where I was asking myself whether this episode would impact like the past of the episodes that we've already seen. It's strange that Davros knew the concept of empathy and mercy and still developed into Davros. Because I thought that if the Doctor saved him, he wouldn't become evil in the first place. But I guess he did, even though the Doctor saved him, which is strange. But yeah, the talk between Davros and the Doctor was really, really well done, really well written. And I didn't think we would still talk about the Doctor being a good man or not, because we kind of resolved this issue in the last series already. But I guess we're going to keep on talking about this, which I don't mind, because psychology is always something very intriguing, and the psychology of the Doctor especially, because he's such a special man. Once again, we did get what we were hoping for, like the Doctor showed compassion. The Doctor is a good Doctor, even though he didn't think he was. Like he said, he's neither nor good nor bad. He's just a Doctor. But once again, he showed us that being a Doctor means having compassion, even for your worst enemy. And it was a trap. He suspected it, and it was a trap. But it took way too long for Davos to reveal that it was a trap. Also, the storyline with Clara and the Doctor, with the Dalek. She's inside a Dalek, which reminded me of the episode where we already had this, where like Clara was caught in a Dalek, but she couldn't escape back then. And she could in this episode, which is really well written, to be honest. And to take a look behind the concept of a Dalek, which we did in other episodes as well, don't get me wrong here, but especially how a Dalek translates what the actual being inside it is thinking or saying, and that certain concepts just don't matter to the Daleks. You're talking about peace, they're talking about war, you're talking about love, they're talking about destroying and eliminating stuff or people. And you cannot even say your name, because Dalek just translates it into Dalek. And I really loved how the Doctor looked behind that concept and found out that it wasn't actually a Dalek. Although he didn't have much to rely on, to be honest. And having Missy at his side, talking him into destroying the Dalek, made it even worse for him. So, thumbs up, Doctor. You did good twice. Not only showing compassion to Davros, which, yes, it was the wrong thing to do in that situation, but you showed that you're a good person. And then again with Clara, like believing her, even though you didn't even know you were talking to her in the first place. So well done. Talking about Missy, I think judging by the end of this episode and her last scene, we will see her again, but it might take some time, which is very sad, because I thought she would like stay with us for now, forever. But I don't think she will. She'll come back for probably the series finale, or maybe earlier, I don't know. But she was such a delightful break in between those heavy scenes with like Davros and the Doctor talking about serious stuff all the time. And every time she was on screen, it felt like a relief. Like we're tearing you out of this misery that you're in, and we're giving you something to laugh about before we throw you back into the misery. That's how it felt. Yeah, all in all, it was just a great episode. I had so much fun watching it. I have to admit I was a little afraid before going into it, because I've read like Patreon comments saying that what I didn't really think about talking about the very first episode, doing the review, when I was cherishing the first episode and saying how good it was. So people were telling me, yes, this episode was really good, and it was about the Daleks, but it was good that we kind of talked about the Daleks, or the Dalek revelation only started in the last minutes of the first episode. And my mind went straight into, oh my gosh, that's so true. We didn't have a lot of Dalek stuff in the first episode, like obvious Dalek stuff. It was just a revelation in the end. So, might it be the case that the second episode can be like worse than the first one, because we're gonna get a typical Dalek war shooting kind of deal in the second part of this two-parter. And I was kind of afraid to go into something like this, but it really wasn't. It was more of like a mind game thing, and I love mind game stuff, you know that. So yes, I did like the episode. Although there were Daleks in it, and although it was a double story, if you would have asked me like a few months ago when I think back of this Dalek story with the Uber Dalek and the pig people in 1963, if I remember correctly. And that episode is one of, in my eyes, in my opinion, one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who ever. Like, watching it for the second time in German was so boring. It was so boring. And I think, in my opinion, in my rating, it's even worse than Fear Her. Because Fear Her is only one episode. But that was 2 episodes. And if you would have asked me back then if I would want to see another Dalek 2-parter episode, I would have said, no, get out of here. This was so boring. I never want to see something like that ever again. But they proved me wrong. They are still able to write fantastic Dalek episodes. Fantastic. So great. I loved everything about this 2-parter. And to prove you how much I really do love it, I can tell you this. I have edited the whole episode, like of last week, in just one day. Usually it takes 5 days for me to edit one episode, because I can only do so much before I get so bored and frustrated so that I have to stop and continue the next day. But I did this whole episode in just one day, just today, after having edited the last part of the episode before that already. And I was so eager to rewatch the first part before going into the second part so that I edited it all in one take. This doesn't happen very often, and I'm so proud of it, and it really shows how much I love this story. It was so good. That said, let's get into the IVD rating, shall we? Okay, episode called The Witch's Familiar, or The Witch's Familiar, don't know how you would say that. And my rating to the episode, and I have to pay attention because I gave the other episode a 2.9, or a 2.3, or an 8.9. I don't remember, damn. I'm just gonna rate the episode for what it was. And I think it was a really, really good episode. So I'd give this one a 9 point something, because the mind games, the looking behind the scenes of the Doctor, the Clara and Missy stuff, like the Davros talk, everything was so good, so well written, so well played by all the actors and actresses. Everything just made so much sense. And I was entertained throughout. There was not a single minute or a single block where I felt like bored or something like that. So I'm going to give this episode a 2.9. Yeah, 2.9. That's my rating. Now I'm curious what IMDb says. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. By the way, the glasses, oh my gosh, now that I see them, they're so funny. And they look so much better than like the actual screwdriver. But I still hope he gets it back, because it's part of the Doctor. We don't want to leave it. Okay, 8.4. Yeah, I already thought that some of the IMDb raters wouldn't rate that episode as high, but 8.4 is still very, very good. And now the only question that I do have is, where do we go from here? And how good is the third episode going to be? Because the first 2 were so epic. I don't know. We can't get any higher before the finale, because otherwise the voting will be at 12 point something by that point. So I guess we're going to get like another one-off, maybe funny, quirky episode next week. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I hope Miss is going to be in it. I don't think so, though. But yeah, I can wait for her. I can wait for her, but not too long. Bring her back. Otherwise, I will start a petition to bring her back. Okay, everyone. I hope you had as much fun as I had watching the episode together with me, and I will see each and every single one of you out there in the next video. Until then, have a nice day. Bye!